Good morning, guys. I'm here in Prague on another kind of gloomy day. I am going to be heading out and exploring the city a little more. If you haven't seen my first video on Prague about the top places to see and things to do, please go check it out. I'll link it below. But today's going to be a little different. So today I'm going to show you some more must-see sites, including some rather touristy ones. But the difference is I'm going to show you how to avoid the tourist traps and see the sights from a different perspective. And on top of that, I'm going to show you some of my favorite secret spots in the city. First stop, Prague Castle, but with a twist. And there's a few different ways you can get there. You can either walk, you can cross the Charles Bridge, or you can go the way I did, where I didn't want to have to walk too much today. You take Metro A, you stop at Malostranska, and then you hop on the tram number 22. It runs every 5 minutes, and it'll take you straight to the castle. Waiting in line to get our bags checked to get into the castle. There is a crazy amount of tourists here, and they're all buying tickets to get into the cathedral of the castle. And something I've learned is you actually don't need to pay to go in. There's different areas of the cathedral. Some are free and some are paid. So I'm going to check out the free ones. Everyone's welcome to pay if they want to, but I'm going to skip that part. Okay, I had to get out of there. There was way too many people. So it's kind of nice that it's free entrance to the cathedral, but then you have to pay if you want to actually get closer to the abbey and the rest of the installations, which is fine. I didn't need to see that. I got close enough, got some great shots, but it was just way too crowded in there. Prague Castle is probably one of the largest tourist attractions in Prague, so it makes sense to be very busy. I'm gonna go see if I can climb the tower of the cathedral. Sometimes it's open. I think it's 150 crowns, which is about $6 American, and it's got the best views in Prague. Alright, I'm climbing up. Going up a spiral staircase to the south tower, and I think I'm gonna have to be walking for quite a while, so we'll see how long this takes. Tell you guys about a secret spot. It's the best place to take a picture of the cathedral because it's so big, it's really hard to really capture it completely. So there's this one spot right in the corner that you can just get a really great shot of. So you start at this statue and you do a 180. See that door in the corner? That's where I'm headed. And there's the good shot. Right there. He can't say hi to me, but I waved. So a friend of mine that's a local told me about the best pizza in town. Apparently it's underground and it's just a little hole in the wall, but he said it's amazing and it's only $1 a slice. Yeah, it's good. So right now I'm in the center. It's the largest square in Prague. It's pretty long. There's tourists everywhere. Prices are pretty much double here. You can find lots of street vendors with food. I got my pizza on the way here. But there are hot dogs, and there's a McDonald's and a KFC, and just people everywhere. There's a big statue of the first king back behind me, as well as the National Museum, but it's under construction right now. I'm walking further into the square just to check it out a little bit, give you guys a tour. Just a couple more points about the center. Do not take taxis. The taxis in Prague are known for ripping off tourists. They will charge you 25 euro to go a mile. It happened to me. My phone died, so I couldn't do Uber, and I didn't know where I was going, so I had no other choice but to get into a taxi. And I got ripped off. So don't do it. And you know, there's lots of great street food in the center, but the best street food is a little offbeat. It's a little hidden. Like I said, my pizza place was underground on the way to the center. So the center's cool to see, not really to spend any money there. Alright, now I'm heading to a really cool spot. It's called Art Gallery Containel. It means container. And it's a bar built out of old containers. So you just grab a beer and you go and you hang out right on the river. There's people feeding ducks and swans down there. Another cool thing is they kind of have a front yard. So you can come through this gate and you go down some steps. And you can bring the beer out here, and we're just chilling on the grass, on the river. They got some chairs out here, and you can just sit and people watch. All right, David Cerny at it again. So he's that Czech artist I mentioned in a previous video. Here is a statue of two guys peeing. And if you watch closely, their hips and their genitalia move, as I will show you. So we're walking up on a kind of silly tourist attraction, but it's kind of cool. It's the narrowest street in Prague, and it's right there. Narrowest street. So I'm headed to the lesser known Prague Castle. This castle is kind of off the beaten path, and it's not very commonly frequented by tourists, which is why I wanted to go there, but it involves going up a lot of stairs. Almost there. Just a few hundred more stairs or so. So I didn't want to film me talking inside the church because they had signs everywhere saying quiet please. But this is the church of St. Paul and St. Peter, and it is part of the older castle here in Prague. It was built in 1070, so based on archaeological finds, they believe that the first king of Czech, along with his wife and their two sons, the two princes, are all buried here. And this is my last week in Prague. I can't believe it's already been a whole month, and I just wanted to show you guys a couple little extra secret spots. So Vysehrad is not as popular or as touristy, so if you're looking to avoid big crowds, this is the place. It is a gorgeous cathedral, big castle grounds, and there's nobody here. I mean, you can't beat that. So this is Prague's dancing house. It's probably the most modern building in Prague. So you see all this historical architecture and then this really modern building just right in the middle of it. So the reason that this building is here is in 1945, towards the end of World War II, the Americans made a mistake. They were meaning to do an air raid on a city called Dresden, and they accidentally dropped the bomb on Prague. So this building, the original house, got destroyed, and an artist came in 1992, so many years later, and built Dancing House. So Dancing House is inspired by Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. So you can see the stone building is supposed to be Fred Astaire, and the very elegant feminine building is supposed to be Ginger. So that's why it's the Dancing House. Now I'm heading to my absolute #1 favorite place in Prague. Crossing a bridge out of Old Town into what looks like the jungle, and then I'll show you where I'm going. So my favorite place is just up these stairs. Seems like today is kind of the day of stairs, isn't it? I took the tower stairs at Prague Castle. I took the Vysehrad stairs, and now I'm taking these stairs. But trust me, they're worth it. So you grab a beer, and you go up some more stairs. So this is it. You just find a place and you sit and you dangle your feet off the edge and you enjoy the view with a beer. And in the same park as my favorite place, which I don't even know if it has a name, I think it does. The beer place is called Stalin, and they do music, live music, they do performances, but just down a little pathway is a beer garden called Letna. And Letna is very popular with the locals and some European tourists. Not a lot of American tourists seem to know about it. It's kind of a local vibe, it seems very cool. It's really mellow. So I'm walking over there right now just to show it to you guys. I have to. haven't ridden one of these since I was like a little kid. The people in the park probably think I'm crazy.